All right, y'all. We back with another video, man. Y'all already know what's going on, right? Check this out. We're gonna get right into it. So this clip says maturing is realizing they was rehearsing in our face the whole time. Now, we ain't talked about Cenat in a while. Y'all know we was at a point where we were doing those type videos every other couple days, right? So, I guess whoever posted this clip, a couple people sent me this. I think it got like 500,000 views here on TikTok. So somebody realized that Kevin Hart and Cenat, they already played out a scenario of him leaving the streaming world, right? I just thought this was interesting to start the video. It's only like a minute long. I just want y'all to check this out before I get into these other clips that I really wanted to show y'all. Watch this.
Can you give a sincere emotional bomb to these people? Meaning, like, the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you got a big announcement that you have to make. People might not be happy with you when they hear the announcement. Like, if you were leaving the streaming world and you had to say goodbye right now, that's what this is. This is a moment. But yo, it can't be long. Okay. So get your thoughts together, right? Well, cut. Cut. Because you didn't start talking yet, so you can't cry. So you gotta ask yourself, before you get into a scene, why? What's the motivation? Why? Okay. Why? Okay. Right? So you know what this is about. I know why you could cry. Okay. You can't start crying before you said anything. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so calm me down. 3, 2, 1, action.
Now, that's crazy. They really, I mean, what does that tell us? I think that alone confirms Kevin Hart's job. Clearly, they coached him. You could almost say that was a ritual. The whole process of him leaving the streaming world, gathering all of that energy of his fans. Because when he did those original videos, like that first video of him on IG, I think it was IG Live or something like that, or the video he put out, it was really emotional. Him talking about mental health. He felt like he wasn't doing this, doing that. Like, you could tell he was coached to do that, like once you get to that kind of level, it kind of becomes PR, you know what I'm saying? You need help with that stuff to pull your fans. You can't just do some random shit that you thinking. You know what I'm saying? I think that clip really confirmed that, you know, Kevin Hart was kind of like an infiltrator, moved in, did what they had to do, and they pulled, one of the biggest streamers in the world off, that platform. He's down with the team, and now we're finna pull him in a different direction, also with his fans. So we could definitely be prepared for something in the future to happen with Cenat. I don't mean it has to be something bad, but they're gonna be cooking something with him. Trust me, he'll be back. You know, he'll be back in the limelight soon. He's not going nowhere. But this is one of the clips that I wanted to show y'all on 607 Unk channel. And this guy was just talking about clones, right? There was another episode more recent where 607 and Big Homie CC, they did a podcast and they were also talking about clones in the beginning. Thought it was pretty interesting for us to watch this one, y'all. Check it out.
Black. That ain't the real Jamie Foxx. Ain't none of these motherfuckers really real. That ain't even the real Kodak Black. That ain't the real Jamie Foxx. Ain't none of these motherfuckers really real. NBA Youngboy, man, you know how. Look, just go back to NBA Youngboy. At first, they fucked up with him too. They sent him out there and they forgot to put the dent in his head. He had the dent right there. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I be catching the shit. You see what I'm saying? I catch it every time.
They forgot to put a dent in your boy head.
They forgot to put the dent in young boy head, man. When he was over there with the white people talking about they was his family, man.
So young boy is a clone.
Yes! And that fucked up his mama don't even know it. Because guess what? You ain't gonna know it unless it's some list. I told you.
How can you tell him a clone?
You would never tell it. I don't give a fuck what you try to do. Everything is you.
He can say everything and do everything, your emotions, your feelings, your mental, everything that you was doing in your life, that motherfucker gonna do the same motherfucking thing.
So mama,
Nothing different.
So you think the mom ain't noticed that he had a dimple in his forehead?
They put it back now. They put it back now.
Well, she gonna know after this.
She gonna know now. Your motherfucking son is fake. That ain't your real son. I just want to let her know that.
So young boy is not her real son.
Nah, that ain't her son dead.
You high?
He like Michael Jackson. No, I ain't high. I'm sober.
Oh
I don't
my
drink
God.
water.
So you saying this? Hold up. So he is talking weird. He do talk like Lil Sweet now. He talk like Michael Jackson.
He be like, oh my God, nigga, young boy's like, nigga, Slam, what up? Nigga, we gonna get that done. Woo! He used to have a different temper. Now he laid back. Oh man, shut your motherfucking.
Yeah, he do sound like Michael. He sound a little gay.
He sound just like Michael Jackson, bro.
He do.
Check this out though. Check this out. Y'all know I be linking clips together. I hear something and then I think about something else that I already heard, right? And I just happen to remember Charleston White talked about. Now, of course, I can explain this myself as well, but context, video purpose. I like to have, other people, other opinions. You know what I'm saying? This just happens to be Charleston White. He talked about this same thing and he mentioned on what they're doing to NBA YoungBoy that has him in that state where he was like, he sound like Michael Jackson. Y'all know them interviews. I could pull it up. The little small clip where he's like, he's like, I am very, very scared of people. Very scared. Like he would just, I can't really do that tone where he was kind of like sounding like Michael Jackson. Look, check this out real quick.
He have to keep taking his medication. What his medication they giving? Keep it docile. So you'll never see him angry again. Docile. Remember Cat Williams talked about in stand-up, the kids slow. Be docile. So once you take this medicine, they have what they call a time relapse. So every time you want to get mad and jump up, that medicine you be taking release a chemical to make you sit down and chill and just be cool. Yeah, man, I'm just chilling. So he being controlled now. We ain't finna see that same young boy that y'all seen to make these hits. He on medication now. Not only is he on medication now, they done fried this little boy brain with a 2-3 year house arrest where he can't go nowhere. Why you think he started playing prescription doctor? Can't do nothing. Psychologically, mentally, nigga, emotionally, he started coming online. Come on, homie, we seen him breaking down. So now they finally put him in that nut house. He just come out of isolation from having a fight. Yeah. But they know he on that medication. And they
See? Now that made a lot of sense. About the medication. Let me see if I can find one of those clips real quick. I'm gonna just type something simple in. See if it pop up. I think this is it.
I'm terrified of people. I am very scared of people. Like, I'm terrified of people. I'm not famous. I don't think about it. I just have a lot of people that know me, I guess. I'm terrified of people. I am very scared of people.
You gotta think about that. That shit is insane. That was what, 3 years ago? That is insane. Rather, that's that medication or that's a clone. That ain't the same NBA YoungBoy. That is insane. I am terrified of people. I'm not famous. I am very scared. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I don't think people really talked about that as much as it should have been. That was crazy right there. From what we knew him to be to being in that state of mind, that's crazy.
And then they start comparing him to Michael Jackson. That really fucked me up.
What you mean they comparing him? He is.
They start comparing
He the
him.
next Michael Jackson. So guess how he gonna leave? Just like Michael Jackson left.
Dead.
He already gone. Y'all think that's him, don't you?
The crazy part about it,
He changed the vibration of the fucking music. That's why these switches went around with switch. Bam, bam, bam. You don't hear music? All that hollering shit. Don't nobody want to hear that shit.
And then he gonna run around act like they trying to do peace after that. Now like a peace treaty, but at the same time they're trying to kill.
That's why they let him out. And who locked up? Dirt. Right? Okay.
Right. It was said, so Boosie was set to do a concert, and we're gonna do this concert. He's gonna do a video before this concert. He go to the video shoot. Before he get to the video shoot, somebody died. They are now charging Boosie with wrongful murder for that death.
How?
Because somebody died at the concert. I mean, at his video shoot.
If somebody died at a video shoot, what the fuck that got to do with me?
I don't know, but
Smokey.
do you know that what got P. Diddy on? Motherfucker died. All people died at the club that he promoted, the party. Nigga, he blew up
P.
after
Diddy
that.
was doing shit.
Now somebody,
a lot, shit and they shit.
Everybody died. It don't matter. When motherfuckers die, motherfuckers come see about you. Right? They can't even see about them. Right? I don't know, man. I'm thinking like we're gonna go to Boosie. I wonder what could Boosie do to prevent this shit. I don't know what Boosie could do at this point.
He gotta go holler at them people. He know what time it is.
Now they already gave him time. They already told him, nigga, we ain't send you to jail. We gave you basic probation. We let you out with a pistol case. Now, nigga, you playing with Kodak Black. You playing with us, nigga. Fuck you, Boosie.
Right, because Kodak Black is what? The government.
He really the government. Kodak Black always gonna be the government. Kodak Black is the biggest thing in the government. And
yeah, he run that motherfucker.
He run the government because he gotta run the government. What else can he do but be in the government, gang? So this type of shit be fucking me up, gang.
I can't tell you this one thing.
What?
They got a motherfucking tunnel that run from where the fuck that shit? From Prairie, motherfucking Africa and all that shit. It go all the way to the city.
In Iraq?
Yeah. That's why Obama just built that so-called library.
Right.
Cause they gonna take you right underground and ship your ass right through the water.
Right. You heard about Obama?
Obama is all type of shit.
It's a man. It's a man that released statement.
He's like, a man that was with a man.
Yeah, he said he was with Obama. He was.
Hold on. Before I lose my train of thought, right? He was talking about Kodak Black being government. I mean, it makes sense. Like you get pardoned by Trump. I mean, you get a pardon as a rapper. There's some deep ass shit going on. But check this out though, y'all. And I thought about this when they were talking about the clones and you know how it'll talk like you, do everything like you. Your parent, this person won't even know that it's not you. They'll think you're real. We're basically talking about transferring consciousness, right? Into the new body. And it made me think about the announcement I saw with Mark Zuckerberg and this AI clone that he's trying to create. Now it says it may sound like something from a Silicon Valley satire, but could be a preview of the workplace to come. So apparently, Mark Zuckerberg is overseeing creation of a 3D animated avatar of himself with artificial intelligence trained on his voice, mannerisms, and thinking. Thinking, y'all. The project team is feeding Zuckerberg's public statements and strategic views to his AI counterpart so employees will feel like they're interacting with him directly. It's a novel approach to employee communications and feedback, but behind the novelty is something more consequential. If companies can replicate leadership digitally, they can also rethink how work gets done and who gets paid to do it. Your boss might not be human anymore. Meta isn't alone. Companies like OpenAI and Google are investing heavily in AI systems that can mimic human communication and decision making. What feels experimental today could become standard operating procedure faster than many workers expect. If the experiment works, employees may not need FaceTime with leaders or managers to get direction or input. Instead, they could turn to a digital stand-in that's always available, never tired, and capable of responding instantly. Y'all, they're trying to turn ChatGPT into a damn human, but in the form of your boss. Mark Zuckerberg building an AI clone of himself that can think like him. That kind of access sounds like a productivity win while charting an interesting new course for the nature of workplace relationships. The human element doesn't disappear, but it could become less central. Y'all, that's crazy. And they just be slowly rolling out stuff like this. That yeah, we're finna build an AI clone. They just scrapped then they just scrapped Meta, the little VR world or whatever it was. Spent billions, wasted their money, whatever they said. They finna turn that into something else now. And this is one of them clearly that they're investing in and trying to get done. If it's not done already. Let's get into a little bit more of the clone stuff.
They banned me off the movie set.
You about to get banned from here.
Who, me?
No, I'm for real. Like, we've been trying to start since for hours. Right? And you come down here, you do the same thing with the fan. You got to get it on you. Like, it's so many requirements to do content with you.
That's why I was hesitant to come over here.
I mean, no, for real though. It's like you got an army with you again.
At all times.
Yeah, but listen.
I got a staff, bro.
Right, I get that part, right.
If you had an elevator in here, it's cool. But I can't run up and down the stairs all day.
Right. You got a staff, one thing for sure. But listen, the streets unplugged. You know we got to plug the streets in because streets ain't been plugged in a while. I swear to God, my mama, stop playing with me. Listen, y'all been playing with me a lot of times, and I don't like it, right? So this is kind of like the Untamed edition, right? Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, right? It's some crazy shit that's going on, and like when I say this, a lot of people watching this probably don't understand what's going on. But did you know this? They took a fly, right?
Right.
They took a fly, and they took a fly brain. They took this fly brain, and they took the fly brain and put it inside of a computer.
Right.
And the fly now lives inside of the computer simulation, but don't know it's inside of computer simulation. How the fuck can they do some shit like that?
It's all about downloading consciousness.
Right.
So, computers are written in a certain language, which is called cubic. If you're able to download consciousness and put it in computer code like cubic, you can put it anywhere. That's why you see there are certain groups of billionaires that are being cryogenically frozen. And they're cryogenically frozen their bodies, their consciousness, their brain has been downloaded, and they're waiting for the technology to be present so they can download that into new bodies.
Now, this was why I wanted to lead into this after I talked about the AI clone stuff, right? Because this topic is steady being, spoke about. And, I wasn't just trying to show y'all some regular clone stuff we talk about all the time, but wanted to go somewhere with the AI thing because you got to think about it, right? If they're trying to digitally now create a boss, a Zuckerberg, your Fortune 500 company boss, he's now, there's a digital version of himself, right? And this AI clone would either be in a program or, maybe it's in a person, maybe it's in a clone. You know what I'm saying? They said an AI clone of himself. They didn't necessarily say this was going to be a program. This could actually be a person. So if you think about that, it makes me think about this topic, transferring of consciousness into another body, because they said the AI clone would be able to make decisions and think like Zuckerberg. So if that's the case, then obviously we're transferring something from Zuckerberg to this AI clone. I mean, of course they have their own way of, training AIs and code, all that good stuff. But this makes me think about this. You know what I'm saying? Or is he are they downloading some pieces of Mark Zuckerberg's real consciousness and placing it into an AI?
That's why we got to watch this Optimus program with Elon Musk very closely, because that Optimus robot is very, very, very close to how humans move, walk, and talk.
Right. That's the Optimus robot, right?
Yeah.
But what about Joy? Joy is a robot that's made exactly from the human brain, from the neurons of the brain.
Right.
So it's basically human, right? It's this thing consciousness, though it's made directly from the brain, big homie. That's the tissue. It's made from a living organism of the brain, but it's inside of a robot.
So let me ask you this. Is the human body the best creation on the planet that we know?
You tell me.
Definitely is.
Right.
Because if you look at how our bodies works, the synapses in our brain works just like a computer.
Right.
What's the nucleus of a cell? That's the core cell. So what's the nucleus of our brain?
Right.
The pineal gland. If you able to decalcify that pineal gland, you able to tap into an extra 5% of your brain.
Right.
Because they say humans can only use 10% of their brain.
Right.
The whole purpose of all of this is to give people immortality,
Right.
eternal life.
Right.
Because they ran certain projects. You could go pay $50K, get a clone dog. You can change the color of the fingernails, all of that. Mm-hmm. You can go get in vitro fertilization, pick the sex of your child, pick the eye color, hair color, all of that.
Right.
Problem is, they're concerned that those clones may not have a soul.
Right. And I can kind of like say something else, and I want to say this so people watch.
Now, he said they're concerned that these clones or whatever that they're making may not have a soul. Think about it. I mean, obviously they're not going to have a soul. You know what I'm saying? Obviously they're not going to have a soul. Because over time, and I think, who did I first hear talk about it? I think I first heard Pastor Darby talking about the soul living inside of the blood, which is a reason why a lot of rituals are marked off using blood. It's another reason why you can actually summon a demonic presence by blood. I mean, when you talk about signing a contract in blood, signing your name in blood, that's signing your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like how some people be like, you can't sell your soul. God owns your soul. It's like, of course, we know that. But there is a physical and mental way to sell your soul. Signing your name in blood literally is selling your soul. If the soul lives in the blood, then obviously you can sell some of your soul. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that we can't create because, you know, if we're at the point where, we're creating the body ourselves, it's not naturally made by God, even if we are able to use certain things from the body to create another body, like the process it still isn't, natural from God. So I think we're trying to understand too much when we try to understand how God placed our soul. You know what I'm saying? Um, I think that's when we get to overthinking, and as humans, it's something we'll probably never understand. How do we have a soul? How is it put in here? How does it exist? You know what I'm saying? In what state does our soul exist in? You know, what is it? Is it just is it what gives your blood life? It's your soul, right? But then again, what is the soul? What does it exist in? What state is it in? Is it little pieces of things flowing in your blood? I don't know. I just feel like our brain caps at a certain understanding for a reason. Just sitting here making me think like, man.
You can understand this, and I will have Big Homie CC elaborate on this. Being that this fly is stuck inside this video game,
Right.
can it wake up?
It's already awake.
But can it become aware that it's locked in the video game?
That's the paradoxical question, because us as humans, we make simulations on our own.
I'm speaking about one that we created, the one we created for the fly. Now you know this answer. Don't run around this answer. Don't play around this answer. She said, I asked you a question. Can the fly recognize that it's in a simulation, yes or no. Don't dance around it.
Yes, the fly eventually will know that, wait a second, this is not the natural world that I was born into, because that fly is going to try to eat. It's going to try to gather resources, and it's going to try to breed. Once it realizes that, it may off itself, because things like that have happened.
Okay. So, if it offs itself, what happens to the original brain that they harness to create the simulation?
Once that brain has been completely coded, that information, that whole fly's life is in that file. The original brain is going to decompose inside of the body that's dead.
Right.
So now you done transferred the entire consciousness into Cubic, downloaded it into an interface. At this point, the fly is doing what flies do. But what do? What we know flies do? They go bite shit. They find your food, puke on it.
Right.
What the fly is discovering that there's nothing there for that. So in order to preserve that file without it corrupting, now they have to add more to the simulation that is living within. Same reason why they asked Elon Musk, do he believe we live in a simulation? And he said it's a 1 in a billion chance that we don't.
Right. Because this is what he said. And for everybody watching this, I just want to explain this what he said. And you heard of Neuralink, right?
Yes, sir.
He said that, first of all, I want to say this. Did you know that you can walk in a jail and do a 50-year sentence in 5 minutes?
Well, if they download your consciousness,
That's what I'm talking about.
put it in the machine,
That's what I'm talking about.
and they freeze your body cryogenically,
Right.
you do that time, they can put you back in your body.
Right. And that's what they're saying they're doing. They're saying that right now they're doing that because like the jails are so crowded that they think that this will be a better reality to put.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. A 50-year sentence in 5 minutes. Pull your consciousness out of your body, cryo your body, freeze you so you don't die, your organs don't die. Pull your consciousness out, right? Whatever kind of programming they do, they put it back into your body and it just felt like you've been gone for 50 years in 5 minutes. Hell no. I'm understanding that, right? I'm understanding that, right? That is actually insane. If they have the technology to do that shit, yo, saying that the jails are so overcrowded that you know what? We finna start cryo freezing bodies, pulling your consciousness, typing in let's keep it simple. Type in, all right, I went to jail for 50 years. I've been there a very long time. Put it back into your mind, and somehow, some way, you feel like you've been in jail for 50 years. You done suffered the consequences. You ain't gonna never do that shit again. And only 5 minutes went by of your life. It's still 2026. Shh. Mentally, it feels like it's damn 2070. Nah.
These are people here that they've been in jail.
And they doing this in the private prisons.
So it's already been done.
It's being done.
Tell me about it.
Clinical trials that happened with Neuralink first, they tested it on rats, then chimpanzees, then the humans. Human trials have allowed paraplegics to play video games, walk, talk, and even see, just using their brain.
Right.
The private prisons, they got video games, they got TVs, they got you can order food on DoorDash.
Right.
They doing these things so that you will be quickly susceptible to, hey, they come to your cell with a paper. Here, we're doing a little program. It's an experimental program. We're gonna pay you $40,000. That's what they doing to that. That's why the ownership of private prisons is important. And who's the biggest investor into that?
Who?
Michael Jordan.
All right, y'all. Let's settle this debate, because even when I said Michael Jordan was the biggest investor in private prisons back in them days, y'all was like it was a white dude named Michael Jordan. It's like y'all looked for a way to take up for Jordan that he wasn't investing in prisons. I mean, if it was, who cares? I guess the whole world is wrong. I'm finna Google it right now. This is my live reaction to this. I haven't seen this part of this episode we watching. regardless, these two they talk about some very interesting stuff. Like you could sit here and watch this and not take any sides, and it's just good conversation about a lot of interesting topics. But let's do a simple Google search. All right. All right. So maybe y'all were right, okay? There's no evidence that basketball legend Michael Jordan has invested in private prisons. Rumors suggesting this often stem from confusion with other individuals named Michael Jordan or Michael J. Jordan. Known investments by the NBA legend focus on tech, sports related ventures, and philanthropy, such as a $100 million donation to equality causes, right? So this was what y'all was saying. Somebody said it's a white guy named Michael J. Jordan who invested in these private prisons. But has that even ever been proven? Uh, Somebody said why Michael Jordan invest in prisons on a YouTube video 3 years ago. So I don't know. I don't think his name just got mixed up with a white Michael J. Jordan when there ain't even no proof of the white Michael J. Jordan invested in prisons. I don't know, but that's obviously not the biggest topic here. But Um, like I said, this is like my live reaction. We really watching this together. Something is beeping in the background. I'm sorry. Let's see if I'm gonna keep this going any longer.
So this is going on all inside the prison system. Though, how do this become aware? How do you become aware this is happening?
How do I become aware of this happening?
Yeah.
Well, I go to tech conferences. I go to science conferences. One of the main reasons I moved here to Nevada,
Right.
because it's where they hold them all.
Right.
And the next one I'm going to, I'll bring you there so you can see what's
I
going
ain't
on.
say I want to go.
Why you don't wanna go?
Y'all ain't finna put those shit in my brain. No,
If I'm there with you, they can't do nothing to you.
You can't remember. You can't remember. They probably did it to you. How you know they did it to you, nigga?
No, they ain't did it to me.
Right. So another question about this fly. This is about this fly that's stuck inside this computer.
Why are you so interested in the fly?
Because I want to say one thing. What Elon Musk said.
What'd he say?
Elon Musk said that he can create a reality in your head in the game named Sophia. You wouldn't be able to tell this reality between the reality that you in right now.
There goes Sophia, Gnosticism, Demiurge.
You wouldn't be able to tell the difference, right? So if this happened to this fly, could we be living in, instead of multiple universe realities, simulation next to simulation next to simulation next to simulation that was all created by different humans? Is that possible?
Scientists say that the afterlife takes place in another dimension. They also ran tests and had people communicate to each other in a dream. They say when you go to sleep, your brain goes into a different reality.
Right.
Your brain
Supposedly into the fourth dimension.
is what computes and builds this environment in front of you.
Right.
Your brain interprets this, and this is what we see from this.
Right.
But humans can only see 4% of what's in front of them.
Right.
So that answers your question right there.
Right.
Because you seen how the metaverse, when it first came out, supposed to be the next big thing that Mark Zuckerberg came up with.
Right.
They put billions into it.
Right.
They didn't have the tech to make it indistinguishable
From reality.
from this reality.
Right.
So they folded it.
Yeah.
Right.
Who had the tech? Got the patents on it. SpaceX.
SpaceX. And listen, if you know what's
Yeah. Makes sense. That's why they ultimately folded it, because they couldn't merge realities, and we know that's a mission from the devil himself. And a lot of the times what these conversations are missing is acknowledging the spiritual world and the veil. That's a lot of the times what these combos are missing when people talk about our brains building this construct that we see every day. You looking at me through this computer, when you go out in the world, your brain creating this reality for you to be able to see it. Like I think people get stuck in the simulation talk and on that topic and don't really ask themselves, you know, why is there a separation anyway? Obviously, if the human body, the human brain is the most outstanding thing built on planet Earth, we know by God, obviously it was constructed for you to be able to, you know, live life. It is creating life in front of you. Your brain is creating life in front of you, all around you, because that's the purpose of being here is life. But you have people don't bring in the veil topic, the spiritual world topic, there's a whole nother thing that we can't see. So we can't focus too much on what our brain creating this physical reality. You have to think about the spiritual world, the veil that we can't see. So how come our brain doesn't allow us to see that? I think a lot of people don't think about it that way. What is we know what is hiding the veil, literally God himself, but in our brain, why doesn't our if our, our brain is so, bear with me, is what it is. It's able to create this reality, then how come it can't shift and show us the other reality? The veil. I'm just saying, because I was never a full believer in the simulation. I love hearing topics about it, tests that they do to try to prove that this is a simulation of some sort. A lot of it is to dismiss there actually being a God and a God being in control of this world and everything we see do. But me personally, I just like to, like what I said, I believe our brain creates life and it shows us life. It builds a construct of what we are supposed to see. That's why we can't see the spiritual world. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, for me, it disproves the simulation theory because they don't bring up the other world that we can't see. If it's such a simulation, there needs to be something to turn on and off so we can see the spiritual world. We can see the veil, but we can't do that. Either way it goes, very interesting topic. I'll stop it right here. If y'all want me to keep reacting to this, they keep going. They go on and talk about the demigods, Church of Satan. Um, I have to keep watching, or like I said, I could make another video reacting to some of it. Y'all let me know. That being said, Black Balloon, and I'm gonna see y'all soon. All right, I'm out.